What's up, everybody? My name is Cherokee Canning. Welcome to the Hair Mary Show. We are doing one more episode of our Hair Mary Show. We are past the District 2 playoffs. State playoffs start Monday for softball. Um, so today I decided to do a special podcast and bring on a couple players from Valley View. Today we have um, District 2 champions coming on from Valley View Lady Cougars team. Abbi, Swingle, and Nevaeh Evans. And we may have Maggie Allett come on, we're not sure yet. Value captured its fourth consecutive District 2 championship this season, continuing one of the most successful runs in program history. The Lady Cougars enter the PIAA state playoffs after three straight playoff shutout victories. A 29-0 total scoring. So they scored 29 runs and then give up a run yet in the District 2 playoffs, which includes the 1-0 win over Tunkhannock. Their defense is hot. Their offense is hot. And they may have just beat one of the better 4A teams in the state, which was Tunkhannock. Abbi had a home run. Solo home run. That's all they got that one run. And it was good enough to beat Tunkhannock. And again, leading the way has been senior pitcher Abbi. So we are excited to bring back Abbi. We're excited to bring back Nevaeh Evans. And we have Ella Swingle joining us for the first time today. So it's going to be an awesome episode. And let's get ready to bring them on. It's going to be a fun time. And the date is May 30th. And we're recording this about 3 o'clock. So May 30th, 3 o'clock, the interview is. Before I bring on Abbi, and Nevaeh, I want to just mention this. They are seniors. So that means they have won a District 2 championship every year on their varsity level. That's amazing. And here are the girls. How are you girls doing today?
Good.
Good. Here we are. We're sitting here. You won your fourth straight District 2 championship. That must feel great.
Yeah.
Some fun questions because going back to the season, you had me really nervous. I'm a Valley View fan. I love Valley View softball. Originally I'm from Lakeland. If none of you knew, I graduated 2002 from Lakeland, but I lived in the Valley View area probably last 14 out of 20 years. My dad went to Blakely. He didn't play sports. He passed away a couple years ago, and he used to talk about Blakely Bears a lot, and in the history, and that's about it. He didn't really care too much about football after that or sports too much. So that's just how I kind of became, like in Valley View and live in the area. And my son goes to Valley View, obviously, 7 years old. And anyone watching this, they don't know who I aim for or not, really. They think I'm from Valley View, but I'm not. So I was always like, I love sports, right? Lakeland and this and that. But I just, over the last few years, Valley View community has been great to me. Me and my wife felt. So, yeah. So I like, in Valley View softball is good. So, easy to attach yourself to it. And yeah, our family here, like actually, I didn't even know this until a couple of years ago. My mom died a couple of years ago too, like 2018. I did the ancestry, and my mom's first cousin was Bill Smith. He coached Valley View in the 60s, 60s, and 70s basketball, and he was a leg director up to like maybe mid 1990s. Abbi, your dad may even know, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, and he was a Hall of Fame coach in the area, and my mom's first cousin, and my grandfather died like 30 years ago. So I have a lot of family in this area, family history I learned with doing ancestry. Cousins I didn't even know they were related to me, or like Al Clays was my fourth cousin, based on my research, and I spent hours and hours and hours finding information and documentaries online and not death certificate, not obituaries. So that's just my story, And I love softball, so it just kind of works out the values. I'm trying to be sarcastic, funny, in a way. You're great at softball, so yeah, I love Valley softball, and it's not a fun. So when I take something personal, right, and something, you become more critical of it, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah, and I'm always like that. Even when I'm running teams, you gotta become critical and ask questions, even though you're not on the team, you're not a coach. So I was pretty critical of Abby this season. You were hurt, and the team itself. But at the end of the day, I don't know, I just knew when playoffs were starting that, you know, you guys were going to get it together, I think. But so we're going to go back to beginning of the season. Yeah, you girls beat Pittsburgh 12-11, and they're a good team, not an easy team. Um, and then Abby, I don't know, you were struggling a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Psychological, and I was talking to very a couple of weeks ago. Do you think there was, like, even though you were winning, right? Psychological, I believe there was something going on with the team chemistry, the bonding, whatever those terms, psychological, basically. You think that's true? At one point,
Yeah, I think it definitely was, but it's a lot better now.
yeah, definitely a lot better. Like, and and you were injured, Abby, and you had your struggles and things, and I think there was a lot of trust put in you, and I felt when you were injured, struggling, whatever was going on there, I felt like it just affected the whole team.
Yeah, it definitely did. I feel like it was hard to
Hmm.
together and stick together, especially with some girls injured and not being able to play. It
Yeah,
was hard to just stay together.
yeah, and bonding's very important. I know in girls' sports, I learned that last few months from softball moms I'm kind of friends with. They said when it comes to girls' sports, the bonding has to be very tight, and the trust has to be very tight. Now, guys, same thing, but it's a little bit different. The guys are more independent, if that makes sense, with the girls. So when something sets off, it could set off everything. So yeah, I'm digging deep, I guess. Um, You beat Holy Redeemer 7-0. Lost to Abington Heights, no shame. Abington's a great team. They have a good chance, I think, to make a run to the state championship. Easton, you won. Dallas, you won. Scranton, you won, of course. Lost to a no Pocono team. West Scranton was a close game. That had me nervous. Abby, I don't think you didn't pitch in that game, right?
No, I was
No.
hurt.
So, Nevaeh, Ella, talk about that game. I mean, you did win. Like, who wants to talk?
I'll go first.
All right.
West is a good team. They definitely are a lot better this year. They played together a lot. That was one of the first games that Abby was out. So it goes back to the chemistry thing. We do kind of depend a lot on Abby.
Mm-hmm.
Grace is a great pitcher. She did an amazing job this season when Abby couldn't perform. We still stuck it together. We
Mm-hmm.
pulled out the win. Yeah.
I agree. West is a tough team. Was a very tough team this year. Got to respect them. That's for sure. And yeah, Abby is a good pitcher, and definitely need her. um, Volleyball back was another tough team. So I'm just going through the season. He lost to Abington Heights. Again, good team. And then come playoffs, like it was impressive. What was the match? What did the fire as soon as playoffs was starting? Was there talks going on? Was there motivational speeches? What was going on there before playoffs started?
There was definitely a lot of talks. We worked really hard in practice before playoffs, and I feel like it was just the mindset of if we lose, we're done. And especially for the seniors, that's really hard for us, especially because we're all really close with each other. So I think it just fueled something in us that oh shoot, we're done if we lose.
And yeah, and I think that's what happened too. Playoffs is a whole new season. I always viewed when I ran a men's slow pitch team, the playoffs is when I got my team hot and ready. It didn't matter what we did all season. A couple games before playoffs, I'm ready thinking, where am I putting this guy, you know. And I seen that Mia was kind of switching players around too during the season. And here we are. The defense is amazing. You have not giving up one run yet in playoffs. Talk about that.
We just work really hard at practice. Coach Me is a great coach. She's very hard on us. She wants us to be the best we can be because she knows we could be the best. It's just sticking together and trusting one another. Even if you make a mistake, it's looking always for the next play. Yeah, we all have each other's back. We have Abby's back as she's pitching on the mound. She's been doing great all of playoffs. So,
Leadership definitely is playing a role on this team. I was talking to Maggie the other day before you played Tunkhannock, and my theory is you always got to remember my theory when it comes to sports. Remember what you did in the past, the last game or last time you played a team, or how far you went the year before. Remember who you have on your team and the talent you have on your team. Sometimes it's good to know other teams' strengths and weaknesses and study them and find ways to, find the weaknesses and take advantage of them. But at the end of the day, I always to build my confidence when I ran a again men's slow pitch team. I would remind myself who I have and not lose focus where what some other team has. Has that ever came to mind or your thoughts heading into playoffs to build your confidence? I know girls don't think that way.
I think it definitely did.
Yeah, yeah, and it should. I mean, you won the state championship last year. You know what I mean? That's just look at that and look what you have back and maybe make another run. So I got some questions. I already kind of asked questions, but some questions I've written down. Ella, value has become the standard in District 2 softball. How much pride do you take in helping continue a championship tradition that has now produced four consecutive district um, titles?
I think it's really special, and I feel like not everyone is able to go through like the same experience that we have, and I feel like Coach Mia has done like a really good job preparing us to play up to like our standards that are held, and I think it's really nice to play for this team.
You're Ella, you're playing second base. How's that going for you?
Oh, I love second base. I really like playing there. It's my favorite position, definitely.
And when she switched you, um, obviously you're going to play for Division One, so you were probably out of the mentality, whatever I could do to help the team, right?
Yeah, I I don't play third besides school ball, so
All right.
that kind of has been my mentality. But then when I got put at second, like I was definitely like a little bit more confident there.
How's your relationship with Mia? Like, obviously, if Mia tells you to do something, you must have a lot of trust in her that she sees the best in you and what's best for the
Yeah.
team.
No, yeah, I definitely do feel like that, and so that's why I did not hesitate at all when she told me to try out second.
Yeah, I mean, not giving up any runs in playoffs. That's really good, solid defense there, and especially against Duncanec, which I've said a few times this week. I don't think anyone's going to recognize it, but you girls probably beat one of the might have been one of the uh, better best teams in 4A this in eastern part of Pennsylvania for sure. If we take out Valley View, So Duncannon definitely was a very good team, and you beat them. I don't know if anyone's gonna ever recognize them. As I've seen some of the teams that played and compared, softball, anybody could show up any day and win. But there definitely was a good team, and you pulled it off. So Abby, your team have won four straight district championships, but this year's playoff run has been special dominant with three shutouts, no runs allowed. What has made this team so tough defensively?
I think we're doing a really good job, like just slowing the game down and understanding what we have to do. And when the adrenaline's really high, we're doing good at relaxing and just, again, understanding what we have to do and like working with each other and not like against each other.
Good answer, and so true. And I think Maya did a good job to figure things out, positions and different things as we see right now. The defense is very good right now, and Abby's pitching well as well. When you look at softball, they talk a lot about pitchers, right? Like Hannah Shabango, I know very well. Great pitcher, but Value beat them. I was shocked. But end of the day, Abby, you know this. With a good pitcher, you need a good defense. Talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like a pitcher is nothing without a good catcher and good defense behind them. So just being able to trust my defense in any situation, it just feels really well.
Most definitely. And I think we forget that you could be a good pitcher all you want, unless you're striking somebody out a lot. That's different. But got a lot of strikeouts. But you do still need that defense. I like to remind people about defense. I have a question for Ella and Nevaeh after this. Ella, there has been a lot of talented players who have come through the Value softball program over the years. Were there any former players or teams you looked up to when you were younger? And what did you learn from them?
When I was younger, yeah, I mean, definitely not local, but like I really like when I was younger, I really liked watching college softball. I was a big fan of the Washington Huskies, the shortstop Sis Bates. Like she was definitely my favorite player. But yeah, no, I definitely look up to her.
Um, that's interesting. Washington.
Yeah.
Did you ever play shortstop in your life?
Yeah, for travel, I mostly just play middle infield, like shortstop and second. But yeah.
That's nice that you like travel ball players plays different positions and
Yeah.
strengthens their you know fielding. Nevaeh, every championship season has a turning point. Was there a game, practice, a moment last year when you realized this team had a chance to do something special, and even this year?
Um, I definitely think last year our district game against Tunkhannock, that was like a big turning point to like see like the team we were. Even this year for the same like game, we played our heart out in both games. Tunkhannock is a very great team. They have very great girls, great players, and it was tough this year. I mean, yeah, last year was also very tough, but this year was definitely harder. They came out wanting it. We also wanted it, obviously. Our defense was sound. Our bats were they were going, just not hitting the right spots. Their defense was amazing. So I think that was like a big turning point was like knowing that we have the team and we could stay together even when like times like it kind of feels like it's gonna go a different way. I know in the sixth inning of this game they had bases loaded. We only had
Mhm.
one out and we still pulled it off. Abby pitched amazing and we got it done.
Let's talk about that, Abby. Yeah, bases were loaded, one out. If they scored one run in a game like this, my nerves was going. They score one run. That's huge. That brings momentum. So Abby, what was going through your mind at that moment?
So when the bases were loaded, I actually took my mask off my face and just like stepped back for a second and took a deep breath. I enjoy pressure situations. It just fuels me to do better. So I feel like knowing that I had to really compete and get the job done and trust my defense, it just like it was something that like I'm used to, especially with travel ball. Like I'm always in high pressure situations, so I just knew what I had to get done.
And that's so true. You brought up pressure, and I got to learn about when I was working at the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders in 2022. I was a groundskeeper and talked to a lot of players, and I still talked to the one guy. He was up major leagues, throughout his 10-year career, up and down. He was at a walk-off with the New York Yankees, Ryan Lamar, in 2021. So talked to. So I've learned a lot about pressure. Even as a pitcher, in minor leagues. Um, lot of pressure, a lot of pressure. People are constantly watching. Cameras are everywhere. So you're going to Clemson, and Ellis going to D1 too. Lots of pressure when it comes to pitching.
Yeah.
Even in minor leagues, you could have a couple of bad games, and before you know it, they're releasing you or somebody else is signing you, and you have to travel across the country. So being under training your brain for pressure situations is definitely a big thing, in softball.
Mhm.
But as a team, Ella and Nevaeh and Abbi coming into this game, an intense game, what's going through your mind throughout the game? You're holding them to 0 runs. Any nerves?
There were
I was
definitely nerves. Oh, Ella, do you want to go? You could go
no,
first.
no, no. You can go.
I feel like there were definitely nerves, but I also think, we came together, we said we need to bring the energy, we need to stay together and play behind one another. It was if you make a mistake, you let it go and you move on to the next play, next at bat. We knew it was going to be a hard game, but we had to calm ourselves down and take a moment and make sure we made the plays, we made the throws, we made the at bats and everything.
That's a great mindset to have, and that's so true though. If an error is made, suck it up. Like I've seen teams even this year, and during slow pitch softball, some teams throwing the ball around, making more errors than the other team scoring. So, but that's definitely a good mindset to just shake it off, right?
Yeah.
Did you think you could beat Duncanic going into the game? Anyone could answer.
Yeah,
Did,
I thought going into that we had it. A lot of people were against us. A lot of people thought Tunkhannock like they were going to beat us. They did give us a really great game. Probably our best game all season was against them. I knew we could do it if we all just played together and we kept the energy up. Whether you were on the field, on the bench, everyone on our team was together. We played together. We supported one another, cheering each other on.
Yeah, I also think like just with all the doubt that was against us in that game, I feel like it really fueled a fire in us to be like we have to prove them wrong and just get it done. But not even that, we were just enjoying the game and having fun and working together.
I love that. Like that's how I work. Like if when somebody says I can't do something or I can't be successful, I won't be this. It just not that I focus on it, but it definitely puts fire in me to work harder. There have
Hmm.
been so many things like in Soapish softball. I had a sibling tell me whether I was running the team. It was like my second year. Oh, you're not going to have a team next year. You're not listening to them. We're still learning some things and reading books and oh no. Made his championship that year. 2, 3 years later, went to another championship. Went to another championship. 8 years with this podcast. Somebody else, a family member, telling me when I started it, "Oh, you're wasting your time. You should be spending time with your son and this and that." Well, here I am. It's rising a lot. Doing well. Numbers, people love it, and I use that in sports as well as momentum. Um, Abbi, do you have the mindset like Hannah Strapango? She's wild.
Hannah's like that, actually. We played travel together for a really long
Yeah,
time. We worked really well together in travel and we were basically the same person. So yeah, I think I do.
I had her on a show a couple of weeks ago, and she's going to be playing my Autism Winners game. Like, I love her mindset, mentality. She's very competitive. She gets a little crazy on the field. I hear rumors. Something
Yeah.
like she needs to calm it down there, but going to college. But she's a person I tell others that I would want on my team if I was playing softball and a girl, because she'll go to war with you. If that makes sense, and have your
Yeah.
back.
Hmm.
So you're the same person. I just want to like you went after it against Duncanic when they said Duncanic should win. You said you played your best and fired you up. Then
Yeah, definitely.
I love that though. It's awesome. This is for anyone. As seniors, what advice would you give next year's Value team about handling expectations when everyone is chasing you as a defending district champs?
Just don't let like the noise from outsiders get to you and stick together as a team. Um, don't get down on one another, don't get down on yourself. If you play together, you can do anything.
Yeah,
Definitely true.
I think just to enjoy the moments while you have them because it goes by really fast even when you don't expect it, and to just have fun and do what you love doing.
Do you want to add to it? Or no, it's up to you.
No, I think next year like they will definitely be fine. I think there's a lot of underclassmen right now that start and like even almost have a leadership on our team. So I think they'll be okay, honestly.
I think so too. There's some. I don't know if you girls noticed, but there's like 2 or 3 games down at junior high level, which they went undefeated. That I'm excited, to be honest. I'm excited. I think it's Sophia. I think that's our saying name. You know what I'm talking about? Esterline. And then there's Ella Akowski. Have you any of you seen them play?
Yeah, I actually work out with Sophia and she catches my bullpens.
Oh, cool. And you
Yeah.
think she's going to be another value possible great?
Yeah, definitely. She's a great player and a great person.
And then there's Ella. She pitches and stuff. She's
Yeah, I think she's a really good pitcher also. She works hard outside of practice and does things that people don't realize, so I think she's going to be really good.
yeah, it's very exciting when you get these younger players and they're already out there. Like, so I'm very excited about the Valley View softball program in the future and it's gonna be so much cool. And hopefully we have some more D1 commits coming out of this. Okay, I'm gonna ask like Ella and Nevaeh, what is something about Abby that fans don't get to see that makes her so much valuable as a teammate and a leader?
I think she I think there's a lot of pressure on her and I think she holds that really well. And I think that's why she's like such a good player. I think she can just hold all that and just prove people wrong. I think her mindset's really good too.
Nevaeh?
Abby's a great person on the field and off the field. She works hard. She's dedicated to the game. Um, she's an amazing pitcher. She's done great for us this season, especially like also her at bat. She's a great hitter. Um, what people don't see is just like what she puts into everything. All the work she puts in, the working out, the pitching, the hitting lessons, like all of that. Like it doesn't just come naturally. She works hard for it.
Abby, at what point did you realize you could become something special? At what age?
Um, Really, I just like stuck to softball when I was little. I actually did gymnastics for a really long time. Um, I just enjoyed like putting the work in and like doing things that other people weren't doing. So I knew I had like a good mindset that was dedicated to the game and I knew I had a lot of heart for softball, so I just wanted to pursue something with it.
Was there any coaches, anybody that really pushed you, really believed in you? Not only that taught you things that Division One colleges are looking for in a softball player, like
Yeah,
beyond talent.
definitely Coach Justin from like our school ball coach. No matter what, like he's always checking up on all the girls, like telling us what we have to do and like just trying to relax us and help us enjoy the game rather than bring ourselves down over it. So I feel like he's been like a really big impact on my life.
Yeah, he is a great coach. I talked to him a couple of times this year so far, and yeah, I know when in college they're looking for your attitude, look what kind of attitude you have, type of teammate you are, all those long lists. If you're coachable, and to keep going down the list. Did anyone ever teach you that, like Abby or Ella, at one point? What colleges look for, building it into being a perfect college player? I know.
I think it just playing travel, it kind of was just like in place that that's what you had to do. Like you had to be coachable, you had to like want to do things. Like you couldn't, like you had to do it for yourself. Someone couldn't make you do it. So I feel like just playing travel for so many years just like made me understand what I had to do.
I've listened to some like parents share their sons or daughters' experience in college ball, like it could be football, whatever. And even just this month, I was talking to somebody. Their son graduated from Valley View a couple of years ago, and it's as if some athletes aren't really prepared when they're getting ready to play college sports. So that's what I'm taking out of it. But it's like a whole new reality, even D3. What's your take on that? Anyone could share. Do you think that's true? Besides, Abby obviously, Ella learned it, right? Do you think that's true or no?
I would say that I just feel like a lot of people rely on their talent rather than
Mhm.
like the work they have to do to get to that level because like I feel like there are a lot of people that could go to the next level and play in college but they don't have like the dedication to rather than talent.
And discipline, I think, too, right?
Yeah.
I'm putting in the work to get there, and then in your studies and school, and having the right mentality as well. I think it takes a lot. There's a lot of pressure again. I think
Yeah.
so. We have some fun. We'll answer this question, then we have some fun questions, and then wrap it up. What advice would you give the younger girls, like say junior high girls? That's like probably third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth grade, looking up to you girls. Um, what advice would you give them about their softball careers?
I would like tell them just to like work hard. And if you really want it, you could have it as long as you stay disciplined and you're determined. I feel like growing up, like I looked up to like the softball team a lot. And I think it was just like seeing the girls having fun and just playing together.
Okay, here's some fun questions. Oh, unless someone wants the answers. Anybody else? No, good. Who is most likely to become a coach someday on your team?
I would say Abby.
Yeah, I would agree.
Hopefully, somewhere at Valley View when you're done with your career in college. Who is most likely to disappear and live on a beach somewhere?
Ella.
No, 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 no.
Which teammate would survive the longest on a reality show like Survival?
Zoe.
Yeah, I would go Zoe too.
Really?
Yeah.
Or mindset? You have to have a tough mindset.
She's
Yeah.
just like the mom of the team. Like she
Yeah.
knows what to do in every situation.
I would have thought Abby, but she's a survivor. That makes sense. Aggressive. Yeah, you gotta have a tough mindset, obviously. If Coach Mia let one player run practice for a day, who would it be and what would happen?
I would say probably Cora, and
Yeah.
I think Cora would do just the same thing that Coach Mia does. I don't think Cora would have fun with it and use it to like the full advantage.
Yeah, Cora is a competitive athlete as well. Who is the funniest player on the team? And what is something funny they done this season?
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn. Yeah, I was gonna say Ashlyn too.
She just has no brain. Like she never knows what's going on.
Was there anything funny she did this season? Do you want to share? No?
Taking Delaware Valley's catcher's helmet all the way to the dugout as we're all yelling at her, and she just wasn't understanding. She thought we were celebrating her, and she took it all the way into our dugout.
That could be a little bit embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's funny. If the entire team had to enter a talent show, which teammate would be most likely to win?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
All right, we go to the next question. Which player would make the best teacher?
Probably Grace.
Yeah,
I
I
would
agree
say
with that.
Grace because I feel like she would be good, like a good elementary school teacher. She's very quiet and soft spoken, so I think she'd be good with kids.
Maybe that's where it should be in a couple of years. During a road trip, who controls the music, and what song would be the official anthem of this Valley View team?
Um,
Probably you. I would say Nevaeh. I don't know what song though. That's a tough one.
Probably Anaconda.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up in a moment. Um, but yeah, stay on here when ask you something after we're done here. Is there anything you want to say to anyone on here, like anyone watching, girls?
Come out and support us on Monday at home at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you want to thank?
I would
shout
like
out?
to thank my fans, my family, and my friends.
The community.
Yes, the community, yeah.
So those were the Valley View softball players. We wish them luck on Monday, and hopefully they win Monday, they win Thursday. And my name is Jared Canning, and this is the Hair Mary Show.